so dark in here. Y'all probably don't see it, but this little light be doing something. Good morning, afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world right now. And again, y'all know I be sleeping hard, and I'm lazy. If they stay on, they stay on. If they crooked, they crooked. So just deal with it. I'm telling you right now, cause these lashes do what they want, cause I sleep ugly. Hey y'all, I'm gonna talk to y'all about something. It maybe I'm tripping, maybe I'm not, but it's. Do y'all believe that art imitates life? Yes, no. Y'all believe that? Good morning, everybody. Afternoon. Do y'all believe that? Huh? Yes. Well, we talk about I Am Legend and we talk about I Am Robot or whatever that movie was called. Is that what the movie was called? I Am Robot? Was it? I Robot? It was called I Robot? I know about I Am Legend. What was the movie called where it was the robots? Whatever that movie was called. Y'all remember with Will Smith? Does anybody remember that? And it was the one I Robot. Okay. I Robot. Were iPhones a thing at that time? I just became an iPhone user, Apple user. Were iPhone things were iPhones around when iRobot came out? They were. I have a question. What if all of our device use is what you know how they always say that the apps and stuff that we log into are collecting data, and we know that there are certain voice recordings and things that are data, text messages that are data, right? And this is the data that's being sold. What if all of that data was being sold to make uh, duplicates of all the people on Earth? It knows your speech patterns. It knows what you look at. It knows what you read. It knows where you'd like to go. It knows what you like to wear as a wedding dress, what you like to eat, um, when you're gonna go get your car fixed, your driving patterns, what you order to your house, when your doctor's appointments are, if you're gonna take a flight somewhere, if your kid got in trouble, um, if your tags are gonna expire, even how many times you go and watch CERCA TROVA. Interesting to y'all. Huh? Okay. We'll leave that. Second thing. A lot of rich people live in coastal areas, right? No? A lot of rich people live everywhere, but a lot of rich people, even if they don't live there, they have property there in coastal places all around the world. Who's going to be the first people that buy these robots? Hey, Auntie. And they live where, and where do they do most of their entertaining? Coastal areas. On boats, around salt water, and things like that, right? What happened when some of the cars that were created by said company came in contact with salt water? Okay. Is y'all seeing something? We just gonna zip it right there and leave it. But just keep that in the back of your mind. Can you do that for me? Can you just don't even just right here? Can y'all do that? Lori, you gotta be careful with your type, pumpkin. You gotta, if you know we're not saying. That's why I'm talking like I'm talking pumpkin. I don't want you to type it. That's why I'm talking like I'm talking. Sometimes you just gotta read between the lines. Come on now. I just want y'all to pay attention. Remember this, everything you know is not meant to be said. Repeat it with me. Repeat it with me. Everything I know is not meant to be said. Say that to yourself once a day. It'll make you more careful with your speech. I promise. That's like a speaking it into existence. So then every single thing that you know, you don't have loose lips with it. That could put a lot of people in jeopardy. I need y'all to understand that. Okay. Well, I pray that you make an easy transition if that is what you're looking forward to. I'm sorry to hear that. Sometimes I gotta force myself to get on here. Sometimes I do. Okay. We're gonna move on. Um, Listen. It's very important that you all read the room, please. There's things that if they are a certain degree of whatever, like I just be wondering why I never get those emails. So pay attention to that. Also, I've been watching a lot of stuff about what's going on in ancient Mesopotamia, and have y'all done y'all research on the city of Rafa? It's spelled differently now. When we studied it, it was Rapha or Repha. Y'all remember? And we did this study on Norse mythology, and I showed you how they spelled Nephilim different. We spell it with PH, they spell it NEF. Do y'all remember? And then we went and looked up where they lived and that whole deal. Do y'all remember? It's crazy. I said, wait a minute. This. And, yeah. Okay. Has anybody seen these before? And I gotta do this quickly. We read these, right? For informational purposes only. TikTok. We read these books. These are a part of our curriculum. Okay. Remember we talked about the REPHA here? Remember this? Remember this? Y'all remember? Good morning, Pumpkin. I hope you enjoyed your birthday. Okay? So, one of the most popular cities right now in the stuff that's going on in that part of the world, ancient Mesopotamia, the city of Rafa. No, thank you. The city of Rafa. Can y'all go look up what happened in the city of Rafa, please? Now they spell it, I believe, RAFAH now. Please. Just go look on CNN, NBC, or Al Jazeera, or wherever. I don't know. Just go look up the city RAFAH and tell me what you see. You don't have to go into detail, but just if it's chaos, you can say chaos, or don't put crazy stuff like raw backwards. Don't put that, but Tell me what you see, please. If it's chaos or crazy or just, whatever you see. What do you see there? Chaos. Turmoil. Told to flee. 44% damaged. And it's been for 1 year. No, Corinne. No, Corinne. No, I said don't type raw backwards. You got to come up with something else, because that's why folks can't find me and they not letting people comment over here. It's taking away the search bars. You see it? No, classy lady, you can't type that either. You gotta think. We gotta, baby. When I say they is on our head, you gotta just use. That's why I said just use like chaos or deep or got you, because they on our heads right now, like on our heads. They are clocking every keystroke, so can't type that either. Y'all don't think it's a reason I'm talking like I'm talking. You don't think it's a reason I'm not just saying it out. And I'm saying don't use the words like raw backwards and things that, come on now. Y'all, it's a reason I'm saying that. They are taking away the search bars here. They are doing all kinds of stuff. I keep telling y'all, AI is reading every comment. I get the notifications, and y'all see they keep tagging me in every video. In a minute, the owls, have been in partnership with these social media sites for 1 year. The owls. Okay? The plan with the owls is to have things swoop down and do what they gonna do, and then go in and clean up an error, right? Everything that we do here prepares you for the opposite of what the owls want you to be. Y'all getting me? Everything that is done here prepares you for the opposite of what the owls want you to be. You got me? Because the plan of the owls was to swoop in and get all the mice and corral them in a space. Do you got me? Even the fact that our daddy told us to start studying land and history and archaeology, hey pumpkin, and all of these things, and the very places this is our textbook for educational purposes only. We started studying about the city of, or the descendants of Rafa in 2022. Did we or did we not? Oh, I didn't bring it in here, darn it. It's in the other room. Give me a second. I thought I brought my phone in here because I'm like, wait a minute. I said, Dad. Y'all. These people are compared to them. Do y'all see that? Y'all see how big them people are? And they'll tell us that these don't exist, but I have books that are very, very old that tell a different story. We went from there to over there. We started studying about the Nephilim, the giants, how they got here, where they lived, what they ate, how they moved, and it kept us centralized, or most of our studies that we have done here has been about what place. We've studied everywhere, but most of our studies and where we was digging and looking for names and symbols and all of this stuff has been where, family? For almost 3 years. Tell me. Mesopotamia. Ancient Mesopotamia specifically. One more. Or two. There it is. Right on here. For educational purposes only. This is our textbooks. We're an online university. Y'all remember seeing this? How many of y'all got this book? Okay. This place. This place. This place. Well, we started studying about that in 22, right? Together. We started studying that in 2022. In October of 2022, God told us that there was going to be an event in 1 year. 1 year from that was October of last year. To the day. And now, 2 years from that time, basically, yep, because it's October right now. So 2 years from October 2022, when we were studying about this area and we were studying about why everybody be so angry and stuff, It's been 1 year of that event, but now most of the main cities that we studied in early 2022 are in the worldwide news right now. I mean, it's like almost every one of them where we concentrated at and where most of our study was, it's mind blowing, family. So if you took notes in the beginning of being here and there were certain cities that you wrote down and you went and studied, please listen to me. Go back to your notes. It'll probably blow your mind. You said what? I can't answer if God is mad at you for something because I'm not God. You would need to ask Him and He will definitely let you know. I'm not AI or Google. In order to get an answer from Him, you're gonna have to ask Him. I can't answer for Him. You gotta take it to God in prayer and He'll let you know. Mr. Avery. Are you sleepy? Well, if you gonna be adding people, you need to go on and lay down because you've been here too long. Don't do that. Drive. Pay attention. Just drive. Don't type. Sir, you know better than that. Don't make me swipe your petty crown, sir. You just drive. Anyway. But he wasn't talking to you, so there was no reason for that. Back to what I was saying. Thank you. I appreciate it, sir. Please go back to your notes. If you took notes, if you took screenshots, if you still have them. In the beginning of this, don't let me get over here, cause see y'all be talking slick and I don't see it. I gotta watch y'all, sis and Nisi Poo. I got to watch y'all. See, I done told y'all. Over there talking about. I said, wait a minute, hold on, because come on, we trying to have a serious conversation. I'm trying to tell y'all. We. I gotta watch y'all. I can't let y'all be for too long. Cause I have to go back through and read about 3 minutes comments because it be whole conversations happening over here that I miss. And it be I'm watching y'all. I'm watching y'all. Yeah, but can I tell you something, Jalen? The problem, I don't get caught up into all the festivals and stuff because if you read a lot of the Bible, it says that they were more they got to the point where they were more concerned about keeping the festivals that they forgot about keeping his law. Right? So outwardly, we are going to do all of the things that are required, the feast and the this and wear the garb and all of that, but their hearts was far from them. And so I don't tell you what you can and cannot celebrate because I'm not God, right? That ain't my job. I'm just here to teach you the basics of what it is that he has me to do, and it might be another teacher that's going to teach you about all the festivals, because what I read, they get to partying too long and they get to doing more of that than really spending time with him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't have answers for that one, nephew. You probably have to have another teacher for that. Because from what I see, they used to, the festivals and the shows of this We Are Holy started becoming more important than their actual conduct. No, I know. I know, sis. I know. I'm just saying, I was basically trying to say that in your studies, there are going to be a lot of answers to the things that are going on now, which makes sense as to why our list came up missing. Who remembers when our list on Amazon came up missing or you couldn't access it? Well, I'm happy you back. We always need your spark and all of the sparks that we have here. Y'all remember? I said, that's interesting. I was like, it's not showing up nowhere. You can't find it. And if you do, a lot of stuff ain't on it. Are a lot of people in need of the items that were on that list? There are millions of people right now that probably need a lot of the stuff on that list. Cause the creek ain't just overflowing here. Creeks on all continents is overflowing. Did y'all see? It's in my bio if you can get it, but I tell everybody just really go watch 2 videos on YouTube. Survival and Survival 2.0 is a little bit better. Because Tampa is dark. Few lights in the whole neighborhood. It's interesting. Interesting. I just be wanting y'all to think about some of the stuff that we studied here. And like I said, I don't script our classes because I be wanting God to give us what we need for the time coming. And just watching, I watched about 2 hours of videos of footage about what's going on over there. And I just kept seeing these cities. I'm like, wait a minute. We studied about all of these cities, Dad. Like the ancestors of these people, the original, where it all came from. We broke not all of it down, but a vast majority of why a lot of this is going on. Like, we studied it from the old times, though, and to see that it makes sense as to why certain classes were blocked, certain times we were blocked, because everything that we talked about here is relevant to so many things that are going on now, but that was in 2022 and 2023. it makes sense why I've been SB'd for almost 2 years or over 2 years. Once you go and start looking, if you Google the present day cities on our books that look like this, right? It's gonna blow your mind. I'm talking about even down to the southern, like South Africa cities and countries and races of people and groups of people, whatever, that are getting intermingled, right, with all that's going on in that region. It's mind blowing, y'all. I'm like, oh. If you know, you know. Do you hear me? You need to grab those, definitely, and just start thumbing around in those books if I were you. And they not a long read, so y'all hear me? What are you talking about, Dudley? You're not gonna just start. Okay, listen. Do we gotta do this here? You just gonna do that? You just gonna come in the same? No, you're not. And I'm not really taking no more sorries no more, because I told you we don't. You're just not gonna spout out scriptures, because prophecy is fulfilling itself, and the scripture says that there is a person that is coming, and he is going to be very upset with a certain group of people, and that he gonna be able to overcome a lot of them. So spouting out that scripture is not going to help when prophecy is already said that some people are going to be taken into captivity, and some people are going to be unalived by the sword, and some people are just going to have that faith because they about to go through all hell. I get it, but right now, so okay, let me tell you, we're not gonna gloss over what's happening, because then if you put certain scriptures in certain places, people think they not about to have to go through nothing. You cannot do that. Hopefully, the time you've been here, this teaches you not to just spell out certain stuff. I'm not upset about the scripture, but you cannot give people false hope. You have to prepare their mind for what is coming. And sometimes when y'all do that, it relaxes people when they should not be relaxed. It should. We're giving information right now that is sharpening people's minds, because prophecy is fulfilling itself. And the Bible says at that last time that it was a certain group of people that was going to be overcome for a certain amount of time, this and that. So giving out false hope is not the best thing if you can't see what people are going through down in the southern parts of America. They were given false hope, and now there's a lot of shattered people. Y'all got to stop doing that. It is, classy lady. Because I have seen video after video after video after video of all different places across this United States that ain't got no meat. Now there's a whole new listeria outbreak, and no eggs, no cheese. Y'all seen it? Now it's like however many stores just broke, I guess today or last night. And it's a whole bunch of stores that's included in this situation where there's going to be, it's like a whole bunch of stores. Y'all saw it? Please go look it up real quick. I'll be right back. Just go look up today. You can look it up on TikTok or wherever. Go. Uh-huh. I need y'all to go look it up real quick because it affects a lot of stores and stuff. So, can y'all do that for me, please? God is good, y'all. And sometimes we don't even realize how good He is. It's crazy. All right, y'all. I'm sorry about that. Y'all see it? Y'all see it? The listeria outbreak. But did you see all the stores? It's not just one. Okay, it's all these. It's a couple other places too. Y'all seen it? Yeah. Yeah. You gotta go look it up, Miss Armani, so you can see if it's stores in your area. Yeah. Just look up listeria outbreak today. It's on TikTok and everywhere. Yep, Niece Pooh. Go look it up real quick. I'm having everybody go look it up so you can make sure you know if it's affecting your area, because you got to think about it. Like, where do they get their food from? And then what is it? Ain't that crazy? Did we talk about this? Huh? Is this something we talk about a lot? That people were going to start going in the grocery stores and there was no food? How often are you seeing that now, 2 years later? Any one of us can go on any social media site that we have, and there's a video with somebody going through the store and dang near the whole store empty in the grocery side. You said way too often this year. Wasn't it Texas that just didn't have food and it was scarce? And now it's like 5 or 6 states, but it's starting to affect other places. I mean, it's in Illinois, New Jersey, New York, Virginia, Florida, Tennessee, New Mexico, and South Carolina. Interesting. But don't those places ship to other places? And local grocery stores and stuff get their stuff from the larger stores to sell in corner stores and things like that? Small little town grocery stores that go to maybe Walmart or something because it's right, right. This is crazy. How many of you, since you have been here, started to learn long-term food preparation? If you already did it before, cool. But if you learned long-term food preparation and storage since you've been here, do you find that interesting? Can you tell me about the time you started doing that? Do you remember the year that you started kind of looking up how to make bread or and I'm not trying to be funny, I'm trying to show y'all something. What year did you start looking up gardening or getting seeds? 2022, Justice? I canned this summer for the first time. Yes, I learned a lot of stuff. 2022, 2022, late 21, early 22. Okay. 2023, 2022. How many of y'all believe God really loves you? 23, 22, 22. How many of you believe God really loves you? 2 years before every other week the water is bad, the air is bad, the food is bad, or there's no food. I'm going to say that again. 2 years. Now, some of us, he told us a long time ago, but I'm saying from when we connected, if you weren't already doing those things, he told you that the air quality was going to be bad. He told you that the water was going to be bad. And he told you that there was going to be no food in the stores or the food in the stores would be bad. Did he or did he not tell you that in 22 or 23? Did he? Did you start buying seeds, extra canned food, going to the food bank, learning food preparation for yourself, learning how to make things from scratch, learning, did you buy any water filtration during that time? Did you buy anything just in case the air quality was not good, you could still move around outside? Did you buy something to cover your skin and your hands and all of that just in case there was a poisonous chemical or something in the air? Did some of you get some of those things? Did some of you buy lava rocks and portable butane stoves, a way to heat your home just in case there was no power in a cold time? Did he give you a way to heat water as long as you could have some solar power because gas was going to be scarce? And he told a group of people, buy solar because when these things happen, there's not going to be any gas. He also told a group of people they might not be able to get to you, so you need to have everything you need in your space. The fact that there are still people without water, without power, without a way to go to the bathroom because the sewers are off. Did y'all see the sewers are off? Did y'all? Who saw that in certain cities they don't have no sewage right now? Oh, Asheville is one place. There's places where they turn the sewage off. The sewers are either destroyed, they have no sewers, or they had to turn them off because of flooding. This is why they have no water and whatever else. Oh, see, can y'all go look it up, please? Because I know y'all gonna think I'm telling y'all some crazy stuff. And while y'all doing it, I'm gonna go grab something real quick. Please go look it up, family. Because y'all love me a lot. Please. Oh, I knew I was gonna knock that marker off. Give me a second. I'm gonna go grab some. Don't ask me, am I okay? Do not. Because if you cared, there would be certain things that would not show up to the P.O. box. Every time I pull something off the shelf, it's falling. I'm only under a certain height. Now, this is for educational purposes only. TikTok. What's this? And I tell you, our dad loves us. There we go. Why would he tell us to buy these? Huh? Why would he tell us to get these? Tell me. 2 years ago, he told us to buy those. I just want to see if y'all see what I see. Not only that, God blessed us to be able to bless a lot of people that live outside with a portable toilet, a portable burner stove, cups, body wash, and all of that stuff. All things that a lot of other people were about to experience and they didn't even know it. Y'all don't think that's crazy? That down to every detail, our dad told us what to get before all of the chaos really started, and it's not just in one place. Even down to telling us where certain cities and certain things were going to be across the world. Who remembers that the largest freaking produce plant in the world burned down, what, in 22? Have they rebuilt that? Was it France? They did, Isabel. Do you feel like it's funny now to have a portable toilet? Who feels like it's crazy now to have a portable toilet? Who feels like it's crazy now to have a portable eye that you can cook just in case? Who feels crazy to have a small floatable raft to get your family from one place to another? Who feels crazy about that? Still feel like a conspiracy theorist right now? Hey, Pumpkin. God told us to prepare for major events 2 years before they happened. He told us that other major events were going to happen, and he told us to prepare for those things as well. Now, even the things that he had us researching for 2.5 years, we'll give it 2 years for sure. All of those cities, all of those mountainous regions, all of the groups of people that live and made those areas are in the exact situation they were in when we were studying about people being conquerors in that region. Do y'all remember? We read about what's happening there now. We read about it the first time. It's just a rechargeable light bulb. You can get them from Walmart and everywhere. Just rechargeable light bulb. They have solar ones too. Yeah. Do y'all find any of that to be amazing or ironic? Do you hear me? You're welcome. Do y'all see it? If there's no plumbing, if the vegetables and stuff that grow down there that are shipped to other parts of the country, flour, all of these different things, because I know that those places are rich in a lot of different stuff because it's southern. I don't know what all this comes out of there. But if every single thing that water touched is tainted or whatever, even in the areas where the buildings weren't completely destroyed, what happens to whatever it is that they make or produce in that area that's going to be shipped out everywhere else? Hey, y'all get what I'm saying? If they can save some money, do you think they're gonna or will they get things out and then say something about it? What y'all think they gonna do? That part. Yeah. Okay. This is you need to pray before you put anything in your mouth. Water, a sandwich, some pasta, any kind of meat, anything. You do not need to eat without praying. Y'all remember our grandma and them used to tell us, say your grace before you eat. Y'all remember in the story of Joseph when the Memphis woman was trying to get him, and he knew for a fact that she had put a potion in his food. It does feel like a movie. It really does. Hey, do y'all remember? And he went on and ate it, and he was like, because your potions and your magic or whatever, it don't have no. I got the real Holy Ghost, like the true living God live in me, so I'm gonna eat this. But nothing has changed. And it's crazy because it's like we did when we just thought because we go to church we pray over our food. No, they knew something we didn't know as kids. But if that don't like resonate with you to pray before you eat right now with every single thing, the fact that these noodles is taking babies out and all kind of crazy stuff, like, come on. Remember when I told you, I said if you want to interrupt certain things, all you gotta do is play with a person's food. And because a lot of us aren't chemists and we're just taught to, if it's a trend, you go get it. We don't, I mean, even the clothes from certain companies is making people sick because of the chemicals that are in them. Could this be why they're so cheap? But it's causing certain illnesses, just gym wear. Y'all seen that? A lot of the noodles come from that area. A lot of the clothes come from that area. A lot of women are losing their hair. No? No? Aren't there a lot of women that have issues with their scalp now and with hair growth and all of these different things that are buying certain things from a certain area in the world? So if the hair is making people sick or not right, if the food is not making people okay, they're dying, and then the clothing because of the chemicals is giving people all kind of issues, what would you call that? Clothes, food, perfume, lotions, literally everything. Interesting. I still haven't watched it. Don't kill me. Blink twice. I still. Oh. You can't type that, Audrey. Not the last word. You gotta find a different thing, but I get you. Nope, Ivy. Y'all do realize that when I don't say certain stuff, it's for a reason. I could have easily said it. But again, I just said everything that you know don't need to be repeated. You just gotta know it. How many of you all are chemists? I know I'm not. Good job being Jazzy. Or JC. Hey, T. Anybody here a chemist? How many of you know what they process hair with? No, thank you. How many of you know what the chemicals in your clothes are? I have some pharmacology under my belt. Okay, Auntie do. Auntie, don't. No, don't type that. No, don't type that. I'm saying these questions. Got me? There are things that you can pass along to people. They have no idea. All of the skin lesions and rashes, because these clothes and these things are not just for the older group of people, right? They're selling infants, toddlers, teenage clothes, everybody, right? Or no? Right, right. Y'all don't think that's crazy? We have one person out of all of us right now that's saying yes, that has some pharmacology experience, but all of us go and buy clothes and for our kids, blankets, sheets from a place or places where when we get those things, they are making us ill. They are causing us to lose our hair. They are causing rashes on our babies and even maybe birth defects or chronic illness that develops over time by wearing this chemical close to your hold on. They put fire retardant stuff in some infant clothes, some other clothes. Well, yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Just as I said, it's a whole bunch of people that's losing their hair. People that started out with beautiful hair, and now everybody looking like Sideshow Bob. According to Google, lead and ammonia is used to treat wigs. Lead. Interesting. Isn't that one of the symbols of lead poisoning? Is that your hair start to fall out? You own it, Auntie. Is it? Can you go look up the symptoms of lead poisoning for me, please? I'll be right back. Thank you, Auntie. Please, I'll be right back. I'm trying to tell you, it's real out here. uptick in my fluid intake because I'll be in here with y'all for hours and only drink half of my water. So much for the monitoring goods. What a joke. Hair loss. Hair loss. A loss of appetite, and it affects the brain. Interesting. Like a neurological disease or neurology, issues with neurology. He said, I work in unpacking clothing and my face swell up. I had to go to the ER. Interesting. Are these interesting facts to you all? Memory. Yeah. Developmental delay. So why would you put that on babies? Good morning, Pumpkin. Good morning. Memory loss and high blood pressure. Yep, the hair is directly connected to the nerves. Interesting. We fall down, but we get up. Y'all don't think that's crazy? Do y'all? It explains the autism rise in the kiddos. Interesting. He did. He did. He did. He definitely did. No, thank you. Airline uniforms make the employees sick. Interesting. Pregnancy and conceiving baby. What about it? It restricts that. So family. Throw them in a stand. All right. Ooh. We went over this, but I want y'all to see something. That the devil don't bring no new tricks. Give me 1 second, family. Are you all ready? Can you go to the easy read version of Bible Gateway with me, please? Can y'all go to the easy read version of the Bible, and then I'm gonna tell y'all what we're gonna read. Y'all ready? Tell me when you over there at the Bible Gateway. Let me know when you over there. It's a very quick thing, not too much. I got you. That's why I said let me know when you're over there. Okay. Y'all over there? Okay, everybody ready? Okay. Hello? Okay. We on Bible Gateway. They're doing hair and it's coming. Washing their teeth. They're making sure the stuff touches everything. Yes, ma'am. I need you to go to 2 Kings 2 and 19. Y'all hear me? 2 Kings 2 and 19. Oh, you good. If you can't, you know you fine. You could just listen. All right. So it says, the men of the city said to Elisha, Sir, you can see this city is in a nice place, but the water is bad. That is why the land cannot grow crops. Let's read it again. The men of the city said to Elisha, the prophet, Sir, you can see this city is in a nice place, but the water is bad. This is why, or I'm sorry, that is why the land cannot grow crops. Did y'all see that? Y'all read that? Yes. Y'all read that with me? Y'all remember when in about 2020, 2021, it started being a big thing with crops failing all around the world, not just in America, but in Mexico, Canada, everywhere. Y'all remember? Y'all remember? But Mexico grows some of the most abundant crops, so something got to be okay. It might not be okay to drink, but it sure do grow some good vegetables, Miss Renee, because that's where most of our vegetables come from. So whatever they water like, it was growing plenty of fields. You could see hundreds of migrant workers and people growing stuff way bigger and better than ours, and it don't make you sick when you eat it. They was feeding their chickens that water, and they can leave their chicken eggs out without no refrigeration. To corn, everything gonna grow over there, babe. So whatever the water was doing, it was keeping us eating for a very long time. But now they are struggling to grow crops after about 2019, 2020, 2021. Now, who remembers during 2020, a lot of countries around the world were spraying things to sanitize areas. Right, right. Yeah, y'all remember? Excuse me. Y'all remember? All around the world, they were spraying buildings, spraying this, spraying. And then by 2021, 2022, so what goes out must go up, and then it must do what? Wasn't it like a bleach mixture that they were spraying on things to kill the germs? No. Where did that water go? Interesting. And ever since then, there have been crazy things, multiple things at one time, showing up in our grocery stores where, like, there's issues, should I say. So much so that whole sections of the grocery store have to be removed. Ever since then, it's been just a thing to go into the grocery store and see a whole section of nothing and it's roped off where you can't go get nothing. Right? How many times you see that before 2020? So do you think you have been programmed to see an empty grocery store or restricted areas that you are not able to go into since 2020? It's not one area of the country for sure here that it has not hit where there was no milk and it's roped off, no cheese and it's roped off, no eggs, no meat, no vegetables roped off, right? I done been in a couple cities and just like the video drinking half things, water helps. Heavy toxic. Okay. Absolutely. Okay. Since 2021, 2022, have you seen locked cabinets on a lot of things when you go to the stores? It don't matter where you at. There's different places, pharmacies, different stores where you don't have access to certain things unless you have a key or somebody has to come get it. You can't just get it off the shelf. You remember that being a thing before 2020? You said yes, even on stuff that shouldn't be locked up. They started it with liquor and other things. And then it slowly went to hair products and diapers and formula and oh, Pumpkin, it's not because of theft. I need you to stay with me. I need you to stay with me, babe. It's not because of theft. Absolutely not. Right, and that, Sarah. So, from contraceptives, right? Even over the counter meds, got it. So, from 2020, okay, from 2020 to 2023, for the most part, you could freely get a lot of these things. And then after about sometime in 22, sometime in 2023, there were just normal things that you could have went and did like this in your basket and throw them in, that you can't do that now. You said deodorant and also body wash are locked up now. TikTok. This is for educational purposes only. Ow! Y'all remember this? Y'all remember this? Interesting. Ooh. What about us learning how to do this? That smells good. Educational purposes only. Soap nuts. I knew it. Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you? Y'all see that? I literally said this is for educational purposes only. And you see it? We just got 2 restrictions. That quick. Boom. Okay. Now, mind you, I made that soap myself. It is what it is. I told y'all this is for educational purposes only. Moving on. Y'all know what that is. I just told y'all. Remember I told y'all the owls is over here. Y'all remember me telling y'all the owls is over here? The owls is over here. And all of this stuff, make sure they plan don't come to the forefront. Moving on. You're going to have to read through the line, Smoking Gemini. Yeah, they over here. So, with that, now those things are behind lock and key. Everyday essentials. Are they not? Toothpaste, mouthwash, whatever. So then we go, excuse me, we go, and to even not have to deal with that, where do we go buy our stuff from? Or so that you don't have to go to the store online. Where are most of those things made? Cramazonia. Ew. Interesting. Y'all see what I see? Do y'all see it? Look at there, AJ. Crazy. Because it's cheaper. You ain't got to be bothered with nobody. It can just show up to your door. Hey. And the lines be crazy. So you be like, forget it. I could just have it. Do y'all see how they been playing in our face? Do y'all see it? It ain't safe. It ain't safe. Listen. Pretty cool. You told me that yesterday. I think. I'm sure. I remember from yesterday. It's crazy, right? No? Listen. I said, wait a minute, hold on. I just want to read books and eat real food and take care of my family. Oh, I feel all of that. It has become a humbling situation. Yep, the lines are crazy too. Did we talk about the lines? T, did we talk about the out here with roadblocks? Listen. Crazy. No, thank you. So, again, I asked y'all a question in the beginning of this class. Listen. Understand also, while we talked about inside gardening, who remembers? Did we talk about gardening inside? We're going to have to find a way to garden inside. You said Siri don't know where to take you. The atlases! Oh my God. Oh my God. I never thought the atlases, I mean, I ain't gonna say I never thought, but that's crazy because if Siri ain't taking y'all where y'all want to go, but y'all do have y'all road atlases, you might be able to go other ways, right? Literally sitting here thinking that exact same thing. The atlases. He told us about the roads. He told us about the bridges and the highways that were not going to be accessible. Squeeze between my driver's seat and the console. Come on, Sarah. Interesting. That don't make y'all feel good? You took yours out last week. Siri misled you on your route. Wow.
You'll need to unlock your iPad first.
That's crazy. Listen. Right. Hey, Queen. I'm over it. Y'all want to hear something crazy? I went in my closet yesterday and there were 4 shoe boxes that had fallen down in my closet. You know something funny? I haven't pulled any shoes down from there. I went to go in my closet in the door. I'm like, what the? Peeked around, looked up. There's 2 that fell. I have an old school shoe rack, like the ones at the store. 2 boxes had slid down like this. And then two of my big, I'm like, how these get on the floor? I said, interesting. Very, very interesting. I didn't even go get the thing to put them up. I just stacked them up on the floor. I said, yeah, that's interesting. Boxes of shoes. One of them was some booties that I had got last year. And a pair, but it was 4 shoe boxes. My shoes don't move unless I go in there pulling out shoes. And these 2 shoes didn't come out of boxes, so they fit. I said, well, that's interesting. It'd be a lot of crazy stuff happening. And I also know that the devil, he is not happy. He do not be happy about the classes we be having. When y'all get it or something clicks, I promise you, I just be like, okay, whatever. It is what it is. But I can always tell when, like, our energy, it moves things, should I say. Yes. Yes, ma'am. You sure can. What's going on? No, I didn't, auntie. I was in class for 8 hours. No, 7. Excuse me. It was 6 hours and 43 minutes, I think our class was yesterday. And after that, I ate, talked to my daughter, and got in bed. Yes, ma'am, Miss Queen. My husband, family, just had a group family meeting about their family reunion next year. They asked my household for $350 because it is 5 of us. I laughed in their face and hung up. Was I wrong for not saying anything? I've been saying stuff for this whole year. Wait a minute. I missed the part. You said my husband's family just had a group family meeting about their family reunion next year. They asked my household for $350 because it's 5 of us. I laughed in their face and hung up. Was I wrong for not saying anything? I've been saying stuff for this whole year. I was saying stuff about what? You probably should have said I'm about to go. But right. They saying stuff about what? You already know what she talking about, don't you? That's why you shit. I literally just got off the phone, off the group chat, but I felt kind of bad for not reiterating that the world is ending. But I've been telling them for about the. Oh. Well, you was wrong for hanging up in their face. You could have said, me and my family just won't be traveling. Thank you. And then got off. And if you've been saying everything all year, no, you don't have to repeat yourself. You didn't have to hang up. Could nobody tell me we not sisters, because as soon as I get out of the way irritated, click. Click! It's going to be in my state, like, bruh, $350. Oh, hell, girl. We can make our own shirts. They don't got to match y'all's. You know, I'm probably the wrong person to ask because I have not ever been to a family reunion and refused to go. So you might want to ask somebody that go to family reunions, because I knew as a child I didn't want to be no parts of any of those. And so I went to somebody's like family kind of reunion get together, but it wasn't my family. It was like a hiking type trip thing. But other than that, yeah, baby, no, I don't do it. So I might not be the right person to ask. I don't even know these people. Can y'all buy me $350 worth of survival gear? That part, You horrible. Y'all are horrible now. All of y'all. Listen. Y'all like, that's stupid. $350? Do you know what I can do with $350? You know how much survival stuff that, see, y'all used to think I was crazy. I'd be like, oh no, I ain't gonna be able to do none of that. I ain't gonna be able to do none of that. That ain't where I want to spend my money at. No, thank you. $350. That's a floating boat and some food. Ooh, a nice one too. That's another couple generators. Wow, I've never paid anything to go either show up with food or ice. Sarah, no, Sarah, no, Sarah. That's not how black ones go. You got to pay dues and fees because black people don't trust people to come and not eat all the food without paying for anything. No, that's not how they go, baby. You got to pay your dues up front, so you and all your family, and it's counted. You have to put there's like a application, and you put who your kids is and who their kids is, and then you got to pay for everybody. And if they want to do any events that's considered group, but they got to pay for it, that's a separate fee. Then you got to pay for your hotel and stuff. And if you want to be in a group, you can't wait 6 months. No, baby, show up with food. They getting it catered, or their uncles and aunties is gonna cook it, but it's $25 a plate, and that's for all you can eat. But it really ain't all you can eat because they only gonna cook a certain amount. And if you don't get there early, you and your kids probably really don't get to eat that much. So it'd be best that you take some money with you so you can feed them just in case. Look at a person that ain't never went, but I be knowing. Because my mama, I said, girl, that's too much. And you got to pay for a shirt and a hat, and that's $30, baby. Me and my kids ain't never going to go. Now, if you pay for them to go with you, they can go. I won't be spending. I don't even care to know these people that much, so why would I get. No. That's just me. I'm trying to tell you, $600, then I got to pay. Rent a car. No. I could have took my kids on 2 vacations for what it's gonna cost me to go sit around people that probably don't even know me or like me. I'll pass. Can you bring me like a thing with all the pictures of everybody and who their kids is? Bring me that. That's $20. I got $20 for you. No. Am I wrong to those of you that do go? I ain't went, but I just heard all my family talk about it. And everybody was always fussing about where the money was going to go. And somebody didn't get their application in, but they kids then ate too much and came early and brought some friends with them. And they hadn't paid for. I done heard all the stories. And that's why I be like, It sounds like a mess to me before it even gets started. Now, they going to have some dancing, some good food, some liquor. But it's going to be a lot of drama afterwards. Everybody, mama and grandma, are gonna be talking about who was talking to their kids crazy. I pass. Mine leave the food in the sun to spoil it from all the condiments they put in it. I don't eat everybody cooking, baby. Listen, we do family dues every month, $10 to help with the food and transportation. You pay for your own. Oh, where you gonna stay? Okay, so everybody in your family pay $10 a month. So what is that? $120 a year to be a part of y'all family. I know it's true. I know. So you got to pay $120 a year, roughly, to show them that you are a part of the family. I guess I won't ever be because y'all ain't getting my $120. I can do a lot with $120. I know. I already know. I just see, Sarah, you thought I was joking when I said you got to pay dues. They told you right there. You got to pay dues to be in this family. You can't be in this family for free. You can't eat with us for free. You can't travel with us for free. I'm the family member that shocks everybody when me and my little one show up. There'll be no shock. I won't be showing up. I think my kids might have went with my mama one time. I don't want no parts of it. That's just me though. Now I see why we don't have family reunions no more. I'm trying to tell you, you got to pay them dues, baby. To be in the family, you have to pay. And I guess I'll never be in here because I ain't paying to be in no family. If it ain't free, I don't want it. Sarah said, we just take the cooler with our food down there and we just go down there with some drinks. Not in a black family, you don't. Ours did a cruise this year for the first time since I was a teenager. Yeah, I'm not paying to be in no family. I'm sorry. It should be free. I know somebody got to come up with it, but every month is $50. Let me. Every month you gotta. You know how many books I can buy at Goodwill for $50? No. Uh uh. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no to that, family. I'm gonna say no. And that's just me. I know my brothers and cousins, they all go and they have a great time. I guess. I don't know. It just don't be seeming like it's a good time to me. But I'm a loner, so there's that. But I do like, you said, and the food was spoiled. Y'all keep talking about the food, so y'all didn't pay $50 a month for some spoiled food, and people with an attitude. Well, keep on wasting your money then. Who wanna adopt me for $10 a month? I'll potty train and have manners and a help cook and clean up. That's what I'm talking about. Had to rent a car just to get out of our bus back home. See, I don't want no parts of that. That's just me though. Now come on, go on back over here. So now that we know the water was bad where they was at, we just gonna come back. Come on back, y'all. A break is over. All right, verse 20. Elisha said, "Bring me a new bowl and put salt in it." A new bowl, not an old bowl. A new bowl. Nothing and nothing. There ain't no contaminants in it. A brand new bowl that y'all just made and put some salt in it. They brought the salt to Elisha, and then he went out to the place where the water began flowing from the ground. Elisha threw the salt into the water and said, "The Lord said, I am making this water pure. From now on, this water will not cause any more death or keep the land from growing crops." The water became pure and is still good today. It happened just like Elisha had said. That same body of water was causing women fertility problems. Y'all remember we studied that? That same river was causing women and men to be sterile. Y'all remember we studied that class? We studied this before. There was something in the water. That's when we went and read the hours of the day after that. Remember? And it talked about in the back of book 1. Y'all remember this? The hours of the day. It says down here in the hours of the day here. I'm sorry. Yeah, because that was sorry. All right. It says, then the 10th hour is the visitation of the waters, when the Spirit descends and broods upon the waters and upon the fountains. And if the Spirit of the Lord did not descend and brood upon the waters, and upon the fountains, human beings would be injured, and everyone the demons saw they would injure. And at that hour, the waters are taken up, and the priest of God mixes them with consecrated oils and anoints those who are afflicted, and they are restored and healed. What's been happening with our water? It said if God did not get over the waters and the streams, that marine spirits, anybody they saw, they could attack them. Y'all pick that up? So at the same time that our water is going bad, we are having more demonic manifestations than ever in life that I remember. So much so that they have a disorder called demon face. And more people are suffering right now with mental illness than probably ever in history. They have multiple personas. And when we look up the word for evil spirit or the definition, it says evil personas. Am I wrong? So when the waters are not pure, demons dwell there, and whoever comes in contact with that water could possibly be possessed by demon spirits. Interesting. Did y'all pick that up or no? And right now, we have people that are walking around calling themselves plurals, or it's a whole bunch of people in one body. Everybody drink water, don't they? For the most part. Some people don't. They just eat fruits. Are y'all seeing a correlation, or is it just me? Or they're claiming they're mixed with animals, or that. Still don't think you should pray before you drink stuff. Still don't think you should pray before you eat stuff. Still think you shouldn't listen when God says, buy this now while you have the money. Not things that are not going to be valuable, things that are going to be valuable. God told us all of the expensive things were not going to be valuable 2 years ago. He said you need to buy the things that are valuable. Well, now people find that a way to cook, a way to light your home, a way to store food if there's no electricity, a way to filter filthy, dirty water just in case you don't have no access to clean water and stuff. Is now valuable. Not the Louis Vuitton bag, not the red bottom shoes, not the $400 or $700 pair of Nikes, but a way to cook, a way to filter water, a way to heat a space, and a covering over your head like a tent, or even if you have to put a hammock up into trees, that could be considered covering for you, right? Huh. Before Christ came, yes, and some people that still do magic use it now. Salt is used to repel evil spirits. A lot of people still do that. It could bring them too. It's a double-edged sword with it. But prior to Christ, yes, they did. What do they use? What do they use to purify water now? It be salt in there. It's a salt solution. I watched the show Yellow Jackets. They actually cooked a belt for nutrients. It was a leather belt. It probably was like cowhide or something. Not this cheap stuff they making out of chemicals. Not this stuff. It was probably what, like a cowhide belt or something like that, like a goat belt or something, an animal skin belt. Yep, they were stuck in the wood for 18 months. Okay, a leather belt, yeah, but not this stuff that they selling as leather that ain't really leather. You ain't gonna be able to eat that. Yeah, interesting that we made a joke about it and somebody really did it. Damn, you had to boil a belt to get nutrients. Sheesh. And you in the woods and it was nothing. Right. Well, amen. That's an interesting fact to know. I mean, it ain't nothing but beef jerky. I get it, but anyway, I just be wanting to see if y'all be seeing what I be seeing. Y'all do? No, thank you. Y'all do? Do y'all be seeing what I be seeing? Are you seeing that God really do love us enough to tell us what we needed to know before we needed to know it? All of that. Yeah. Yep. Sometimes you have to quiet your spirit to hear. That part. Yep. Did you have to quiet your spirit to be able to hear? Block out all the noise. You've consecrated yourself away from all of the stuff that you used to do. Do you think you would have been able to hear if you were still moving and not set somewhere focused on learning and trying to? Do you think you would have heard any of the warning sounds if you hadn't changed your life? You said yes. If you hadn't slowed down and calmed your mind, you said woo in my early conversation. What you mean? No, I would not have paid any attention. Not at all. You would have probably been one of the people that said that stuff is always happening. It's gonna keep happening. It ain't nothing new. Have you all heard? If they ain't took the videos. Let's see.
To this day, Mohammed Mahdi Abu al-Qumsan cannot fathom his incomprehensible loss. He walks us into his threadbare home.
I need a court of law to find how a woman who was living in a safe home, who had recently given birth, was killed in this way. Children are not at fault. We're merely civilians. We're not involved in other activities. Don't we deserve to live in peace, without fear?
Not Hamas.
Hold on.
Hamas places its weapons on no surviving its attacks. Dr. Hub, 90% of whose names have been confirmed. It's a painstaking effort because many of Gaza's many times people who come to the Al Huli has cancer. wish I could do
Oh, I
something.
was trying to find where it said the city of Rafa, but I couldn't find it. So who remembers me saying we have got to prepare our minds to get ready to see destruction? Things just completely obliterated. Do y'all remember us talking about that in the beginning? And some people said, I don't really want to think about that. I said, it doesn't matter. You need to prepare your mind to see devastation. And unalive bodies piled up. We talked about that. Are y'all seeing devastation on the news? Just in America, we'll say. But if you go over to the ancient Mesopotamia, are you seeing destruction and devastation there as well? Are they talking about, do you see the people that are wrapped up in the sheets and the blankets? I was reading the scripture this morning in Mark 12. I was reading that scripture this morning. Mark 12 through 14. I didn't know. I didn't know. I had no idea, I promise. I didn't know. But do you see it? Do you? Yeah. You see the devastation. You see the pain in the people's eyes. Not side-eyeing Dad, like I can't even have no conversation without her being, I'm in your business. That's it. Okay? Okay.
Hello, my enemies. May you have a very, very bad day and bad morning to you all. Last update from the Lebanese front, and concentrate with me, because what I'm telling you is the truth, is the reality, not the propaganda of your spoken Israeli army, Fichai Adrai and the other one. Anyway, your army tried to go into Blida, we built them up. Your army tried to go into Lapuni, we built them up. Your army tried to move in Marun al-Ras and we built them up. Yesterday, your army take a video in Marun al-Ras putting the Israeli flag, and one soldier in the United Nations film you when you take out the flag and run away after they targeted you in that area. In general, the goal of the operation is to get you back, guys, to your settlement in Mtili and in Kiryat Shmona. Yesterday, Hezbollah began to hit Haifa as a city. So you are going out from Haifa now, and it's not safe in Haifa. And Hezbollah has knocked the door of Tel Aviv by 6 rockets also before one day. And
Did we study about Lebanon here? Did we? Huh? Did y'all hear that? He said, good morning, my enemies. He was talking about the people of Israel. Did we talk about Lebanon since we've been here? How many times? Too many to count. His account is Ali Mortada. You want to go and listen to what he has to say. ALIMOR, T is in Tom, ADA. Who is America allies of? separated though, Queen. There's a space. His first name is Ali, and then Mortada. Yeah, he's on TikTok. Just go look at a couple of his videos. That was from 3 days ago. So if you can go and look at about 3 days ago, he has a gray shirt on. Just go real quick. Go look and see if y'all can. Go look and see what he's talking about real quick. Go look if y'all can. He might have a YouTube too. I don't know, but I just know he's on TikTok. Can y'all go look him up real quick? Please. I reposted it, but I don't see any other reposts, so I'm sure they didn't even let y'all see it. I'll wait too. I really need to make me some more coffee because that's empty. Just you found him. Just go look at. Just go listen to one. I'm not rushing nobody. I need y'all to listen real quick. If y'all can go over there and listen for 1 or 2 videos, I need y'all to listen. And his speech is strong. You know, his what you call it? Accent is strong, but listen to what he's saying, please. I'm gonna make some coffee, so don't rush. I really do need y'all to see that because it's interesting what he's saying and makes me think about a whole bunch of stuff. Y'all hear what he had to say? Did y'all hear it? There are people that we might not even be thinking about that know that we support a certain group. Can you hear it in his voice? Can you? Can you hear that in his voice? So how do you think there are people feel about us over here? You think they happy with us? You saw what's happening in Rafa. You saw what's happening in other places. And our folks got a hand in a lot of it. So how do you think people feel about us right now? You see it, Miss Rhodes? All of the stuff we was talking about is happening right now. Folks called us crazy. They said that we was being dramatic, negative, conspiracy theorists. And it's so much stuff that we studied in the last 3 years, baby, and all of it is in the news. The weather, the food, every single thing. No, thank you. Do you hear me? That part. You can't type that G word, though. Stuff that y'all was like, probably, why CERCA got us studying this? I didn't have y'all studying nothing. And this is why I begged y'all to take notes if you could, screenshots, as many things as you could, because as you go back through our classes, as you go back through our studies, you gonna see something. Remember when I asked you, do you want God to tell you his secrets? I said, you got to be trustworthy with God's secrets, but once you start to get close to him, it's only certain people you tell certain things. And you tell these people these things because you can trust them. Right? Do you feel like God trusted you for 2.5 years with his secrets? Things that the news didn't, well, they probably knew, but they wasn't going to tell you. But God, yeah, I've been all through his page, babe. I've been all through his page. I was 3 days ago. I was all through his page. Believe me. I'm trying. That's why I just, because of everything else we had talked about it, but this is one of the things I want to talk to you about. And it's a lot more people that you can just feel. You hear me? I've learned to talk to him and keep things to myself. I hope y'all understand, babies. So when I be saying certain stuff, when I be asking for certain stuff, you should be able to see it with your own eyes and ears and hear, listen. Not just hear, listen. You hear me? We listened. We focused in on what God had to say, not what He took me through a season of hush your mouth. Okay. Do you see why it's going to be important right now to not just let whatever you want fall out your mouth, Rika? I don't know if you're about or not, but I block people that just type random stuff. It's not going to make me say your name. It's going to make me block your name. It'll get you ignored here. So you stay on focus or you got to go away. Crazy stuff don't get you recognized. It gets you ignored like a bad kid. Okay? So, I encourage y'all to go through your notes. If you have, well, I think he's been trying to tell me that about keeping my mouth shut the last couple of weeks. Baby, I've been trying to tell y'all, the freedom of speech thing is out the door. You hear me? Being out. And you being able to understand without repeating or thinking that you have to say what the person is saying is going to be very, very valuable. A lot of people still, as much as I'm talking about, they still ain't picked up that skill. They won't read between the lines, and I told y'all it's gonna be people that think you about to sit there and explain it to them because they don't want to try to figure it out. That is not my problem. Because everything you ain't gonna be able to say, and everything you ain't gonna be, you just gonna have to recognize. Oh, okay, I got it, picked it up, got it, put it in my basket. You remember we talked about the people that run out and they be like, ah, and you always see them boo, 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 boo. But the person that has strategy, that didn't just run out there all gung-ho or whatever, that's the person that made it to the end or made it to the ops to be able to do what they needed to do to get whatever mission they planned on. Y'all remember? How often do we talk about that? How often do we talk about strategy? How often do we talk about learning the people around you and paying attention to the things that surround you? We talk about it all the time. We talk about that you ain't going to be able to yell and say everything you want to because it could lead a group of people to a group of people that don't want to be found. We talk about all that. And those things are becoming more and more realistic. What if you're one of the people that God tells where there is a surplus of certain things? And He tells you don't tell nobody for a specific reason. But you don't know how to keep your mouth closed, and so you just go blabbing into everybody. What have you done to yourself? Can God trust you with His secrets? Because in a time coming, if you the one that He gonna use in the things around you, everything ain't gonna be. You gonna have to be able to. Said a whole lot, didn't say nothing. We up. Time to move. Time to shake the spot. Time to get up and ride out. Or is something back there? I might not be able to tell you, I saw 10 people outside our house and we need to get ready. I might say it's time to shake the spot. And you got to know what that means. I'm not about to sit here and explain it to you. Well, why should I? And, well, I don't think. And, well, I'm going to go check for myself. Do whatever you want to do. Matter of fact, please go check so that way I know at the next place I ain't got to be worried about you. You gonna take care of you because you gotta, okay, well, go on and do that. That's right. You going that way, we going this way. I ain't on that. I'm not about to be dealing with none of that. You hear me? Because sometimes you don't need to be heard. Sometimes your opinion don't matter, especially if you ain't studied strategy and understand how it work and how it go. I definitely don't care about your opinion. I'm telling you. I was thinking about that last night because our windows are open and needing to quickly access. Okay. So you not understanding strategy at any point in time. Can I ask you a question? In quotes. Got it. Okay. How many times do we talk about an emergency plan with your children for your family? Because when an emergency happens, you might not all be in the same space, and you don't want them jumping on the highway because the highways is going to be packed, and you want them to know how to get from school, college, or wherever they're at. Have we talked about that? How many times do we talk about it's gonna be a split second decision? You ain't gonna have 20 times to call little Timmy because now that we know a whole 20 foot of water can wash through your house. Do you think you got 18 times to tell your kid to come on? You think you got more than a split second to say, do you? Do you really want your kid to be hard headed with all the things that are happening like that? Do you want to have a hard headed child that don't listen the first time you say, come here? No! Don't go all the way over there. I'm going. Okay. Shh. I don't want to be quiet. That part. Split second, just like that. You said, I don't want to repeat myself. I'm not repeating myself because we might not have time for you to hear it twice. There were people that probably thought I was being mean when I was telling you that. But there are split second decisions to save people's lives in Florida, in North Carolina, in South Carolina, all of the places, Tennessee. It was split second decisions. Was it or was it not? The people that were just in the tornadoes, it was split second decisions that saved their life, some of them. Do you think they had time to be yelling at their kid when that tornado went over their house or when the waters was coming down the street? Do you? You said all the movies show all the kids who don't listen call someone's downfall. Bingo. I was just telling my little ones this, the same thing during the hurricane. I'm only going to say it once, and I need y'all to move. Come on. There are things that we have talked about over and over and over, and y'all probably got tired of hearing it, but those things have become a reality. Probably wanted us to move on to another subject, and I would say to y'all, I don't know why God got me talking about this again. We already didn't talk about it. Well, I do now. And I have seen every single month since we have been here that God has told us his secrets. He has told us what to expect, sometimes even down to the day of when to expect it. The season. I told my kids I will leave them behind if they don't straighten up because I'm not going to repeat myself. Okay. It's some hard heads that needed to keep hearing it. Uh-oh. You said it, Rika. I didn't say that. I didn't. But I want y'all to understand. God will tell you until you get it. But sometimes once he says, okay, that's enough, they're still not listening. You don't want him to stop talking to you. They tried me at work last night. You got eyes, read it. I told you in two sentences what it said. That part. I'm not about to keep talking. Not about to keep talking. And so then you understand my frustration when I have to keep saying things here. And this is something that I know people heard probably over 300 times. Certain things you've heard over 300 times here. I might say it 20 times in a class. These things and these life lessons are crucial to the next few years. You said as a former educator, all it was one look and they parents were amazed. I'm trying to tell you. I ain't about to keep telling you. I don't care who kids they is. Y'all remember I said y'all kids, some of you, when we first started, it was like, can we do a kids thing? Cause I'm a whoop little Timmy. I'm a pop little Sally. TT, I'm gonna get her too. So that probably won't be a good idea because y'all don't want me whooping y'all kids. Y'all don't want me whooping y'all kids because I will, because I'm not gonna let them hit me, swing, pinch, back up. Y'all remember? I said, I don't know if y'all ready. Y'all need to get to know me first so y'all can kind of see how I move before y'all be talking about y'all want me to talk to y'all kids. Because, hey, get down. Did you hear what your mama told you to do? She shouldn't have to tell you more than one time, and I bet not come back over here and you doing it again. I'm not going to tell you. If I would have talked to y'all kids and y'all only knew me like that for three months, y'all would have been trying to be on some other stuff. No, you need to know how I am. You said you have my full permission for all three of mine. I'm just saying. What did I tell you? Get down now. Didn't your mama tell you don't go in that? She ain't going to tell you no more, and I'm not going to tell you no more. Sit down. Have a seat now. Do you see what I'm saying? If I would have started talking to y'all kids, some of y'all would have been like, oh, no, who the hell she thinks she talking? Yo, baby. Yo, baby. Be quiet. Shut your mouth. I don't want to hear another word out of your mouth. Not one. Don't let nothing come out of your mouth. You're going to listen. Do you hear me? See, you see that? Folks don't like when you talk to their kids like that. They don't want you talking to their kids like that. And when you do, it puts a little fire in their stomach. It puts a little fire in their stomach. I'm trying to tell you. Some people don't want you talking to their kids like that. But I know if they out of line, that's how I'm going to talk to them. You said I'm not auntie too. Have a seat. You can whip my, I can ship them to you. Get them in line. I don't mind at all. Listen, you said just me and you. Nah, bruh. Right. So you got to think when people's like, I want you to talk to my kid. I said, no, you don't. So you got to have wisdom when you're doing things like this. I know me. It wasn't smart. It was not going to be a smart thing for me to do. We don't discriminate on the nieces and nephews. They can get disciplined, and I'm not talking about... you know what, Miss Bucket? She told me I'm not talking about Shamar's song. I'm done with you. I'm done. I'm trying to tell you. Right. Because sometimes I don't even say nothing. I just look. The hell is wrong with you? Jumping in this couch, I'll knock you over the side. Feet don't belong on the couch and you standing up. Sorry. Listen, you said now I don't care. Back then, oh hell no. Right, and that's why I didn't set myself up for failure. Because all it would have took would have been for one of y'all to have to say something more than twice to y'all kid, and I was going to be on them. So I didn't even set myself up for failure, queen. As much as I love them babies, I would have been on them like I used to be on my kids. And that's why I never went into like, my kids used to be like, can you work at the school? I said, you want me to go to jail? So you telling me that you want to come visit me on Wednesdays, and that's it? Because if mom working in school, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be in jail. No, baby, mommy can't work at your school. I can't work at no after work programs or nothing, because I would probably be in jail. I would probably be in jail, baby, because I'd be snatched one of them kids up so quick. Let me go on and just beat the room. You said that was my sister-in-law. I'm trying to tell you. But do you understand the importance of your child? Even with what happened in the two, what was it, Boston and Georgia just recently? I'm just saying, your kids need to be where they're supposed to be, because there is a realm of safety if they are where they are supposed to be. Yes or no? My kid's school want me to work there? Absolutely not. I'm real quick to grab a kid. Girl, right. I'm a good parent from the outside. I can't be in here because, see, I be a parent to everybody kid in here, and I don't got time for that. No. But do you understand the importance of a kid being where they need to be, them listening, us having emergency plans, us having our atlases, us having our water, everything. I'm just saying that if you don't think that God loves you, if you don't think that He has talked to you, if you don't think that He has whispered things in your ear, you should know now that He has. Because He told you before the news knew that it was going to happen, whether they knew or not, and told us. He told you before the news told us that these are going to be things of value, and you need to have them. You need to have these things in plan. You need to know, you need to work on this, you need to work on that, you need to do this, you need to do that. And so then, with all of this chaos, no gas, He told us, wasn't going to be no gas, wasn't going to be no this, wasn't going, everything He told us. And there are a lot of people saying, I wish I would have known. Right? A lot of people going to, I wish I would have known. Have y'all been hearing a lot of that? For the people that maybe can still stay in their houses and it's just flooded or something like that, do you hear them saying, we didn't have generators, we didn't, they made it like it was going to be like this, and then they made it like it in this area wasn't even supposed to be affected. I seen a young lady, she's in her car 9 days without no power. 9 days without no lights. They're going to like the Quick Trip or something like that and sitting up there to charge their vehicles. But it's a line of people trying to charge their vehicles at the Quick Trip or whatever else it is. They said, what is it? Only 30% of y'all gas stations in Florida got gas right now. Is that what they said? It's like 30% of the gas stations have gas. Yes, one of my baby daddies is still without power and no food. Are you serious? Miss Rose, did you try to tell him to get emergency stuff? Did you? My kids haven't been able to get gas. The store has been packed, lines way long. That part too of y'all. We talked about those movies. Check the Pump. I saw they had them bagged and still had gas. Okay. Well, this was just on the news. They were saying that they didn't. So I don't know. But like you said, check. Oh, yes, I tried to tell him that's the one who said. What was that, like 3 weeks ago? Oh, girl, you was playing. told my family, they just didn't want to listen. Did you get your stuff, T? Oh! Oh! Didn't I tell you don't worry about it? God was going to show him. Don't shove it down his throat because God was going to let him see. That was what, 2-3 weeks ago? Oh. Oh. Jesus said, bet. He sure did to you, y'all. So did he ask you if you and the kids is cool? Oh, y'all got power and stuff though back, right? You already got your power back though, don't you? Your power is back on. Right? No, I haven't talked to him. And yes, power came back on yesterday here. Interesting. I just want to stay on the winning team. Anybody else in here want to stay on the winning team? Do you feel like you on a winning team now? Do you? You felt like you might have been on the crazy team at first, but I know you feel like you on a winning team now, baby. I know you do. He said, don't worry about what the groups is doing. Just listen to what I'm telling you to do. Just stay over here. Focus on me. Come on. Go get this. Go do this. Go do that. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about block them out. Don't worry about what they're saying. These are the things I need you to get. I know that every single person that y'all talk to, whether they say it to you because they got too much pride or whatever, they thought about all that you said. Whether they were in the places where these disasters hit. Excuse me. I told my son, if he wasn't so nasty acting, he could come here, but he acts so crazy and I'm not going to disturb my peace. Oh, excuse me. And I know they thinking about all that you told them to go get when they was calling mama crazy. And ain't nobody, I'm about to live my life. I'm about to tell you. I'm about to. And I saw they said it would take years. Some of those places, like to replace all the buildings and all of that kind of stuff, decades to get that stuff back up. Rebuilding whole sewer systems that have completely crashed and just all kinds of stuff. Things that are not going to be available for a very long time in certain areas. And I didn't know all that water was mixing with poopy water. I had no idea. That part. I got you, Miss Faye. I got you. At first, I did question myself if I'm doing too much, but Dad kept reminding me of 20, so I obeyed. In real life, there's some things that you know, if something happens, you better off. You ain't, I mean, of course, your house going away or something like that you can't control, but if you get to stay in your space, there's a way to keep a level of peace. And it makes me excited that you guys did that. But you also should feel very privileged, not sadity, but privileged that God told you his secrets before the masses knew, and so that you were able to be prepared. Even with this next thing about the raw and stuff, because I believe the emergency plans, blackout curtains, and certain things that we purchased are going to be very valuable shortly. I really do, because I just can't see that all of these people are clicking up together and they're not going to come to the source of a lot of these issues. What y'all think? I think they're already happening. It's a conviction to stand by what he told me without wavering. I'm glad he gave me the strength. Yeah. Do y'all feel like it's a lot of fireworks that don't normally happen that's happening faster and faster together? All in kind of the same area? Which, if a person was coming up from a certain place when they was trying to get over the border, these would be places that maybe a person that is entry level could get access to as a janitor or something like that, right? That's what I was saying. That was a test run for us. For what's to come, it's just that people don't want to believe, but I can only care for what's in these four walls. Ooh. So the food is sick. We are having things that are going to change the quality of our air and water. And now there's devastation in a lot of places. Yeah. So I want y'all to, if you can, I know y'all got a lot of screenshots, but if you can go back to the beginning of your CERCA file, your WOIU file, get your journals out. And if you actually journaled and took notes in class or whatever it is, I want y'all to go through that stuff and see if you see a pattern of anything. If you do. Those of you that can, if you saved pictures or different books or all the way back to the beginning, if you still have that stuff, I would like for y'all in the next 2 days to just take some time to go through there and look at your notes. Look at different things that we studied. If you took screenshots while we were looking up words and places, I really, 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 really want y'all to go back through all of that stuff. We didn't take those notes for nothing. We didn't look up those places. Y'all didn't screenshot certain pages for nothing. All of it is pieces to a puzzle. Is that okay? I'm about to go make me some fried potatoes, because I didn't sleep well last night, and our classes have been very long. And so I'm going to go eat, and I don't know what else I'm going to do after that. But I just feel like it is a lot going on. And after being over on ancient Mesopotamia talk, I just feel like there's a lot of changes that are about to change very drastically. You hear me? A lot of them. We're about to have a lot of extreme changes. And I feel like Tia, I framed the border people in the wrong team was coming and taking people and doing bad stuff, boy, to watch them. Hold on. Yeah, I think I get what you're saying. Well, this is the thing, Miss Isabel. I think we need to just look into everybody that's coming across. Everybody. Every single body. And I think it's going to be very important that you go through your notes, go through your journals, all the races of people, all of the places that we studied, if you took notes about different things, because all of that stuff is about to make pieces of the puzzle come together. And I know it's a lot of classes because we over 1,200, so you ain't gonna be able to go through every class. But if you have notes and screenshots, your own proof of what you took a picture of, if you still have it, just go look at what the book was, what the page was, what we were studying about, what day it was. Because if you take a screenshot, you can flip the picture up and see what day you took the picture or what day you took the screen recording. Circle, did you see the people? What they were doing to the trains? I did. Did we talk about it? Did we? We did. It's really a trip how a lot of screenshots are gone. Oh, I bet they are. I bet they are, and I bet you it was probably on the days that we was talking about stuff that was a part of the plan. Mm-hmm. You remember me saying that everything has one of I don't know where it is. All this stuff. Y'all know the tag I show y'all all the time, and I put it up to the lights. And I might have threw it away this time. Great, girl. Well, y'all know. Oh, there it is. In the building here. I remember me showing y'all this. This is Victoria's Secret. Let me see what it say on there. And do you see what's in there? They know where every single piece of that stuff is going. Did we talk about it? And radio frequency identification means they can listen in. There's a recording chip in here somewhere. Walmart, Target, everywhere. Yes, Miss Perez. Can you see it? You running out with what? They know exactly where it is. It's really a trip, Hal. Oh, you said, So all those people thinking they was doing something, they know exactly where their stuff is. Do they or do they not? Do they know exactly where their stuff is? Y'all think it was just a coincidence that the train was sitting there right at the space where they said it's been hit in another area already, right? Like right there before. So do they know? Who remembers us watching the show is it The Exorcist the show? Is it The Exorcist the show? What was it called? I can't think of the name of it. With the girl. What is it called, y'all? Ooh, I can't think of it. That happened in Chicago and they left a crate of sticks over there. Was it The Exorcist the show? Is that what it was called? What was our show called that we watched, y'all? Not Deliverance. It was on like CBS or whatever. Remember with the young girl and she could see the man and it was bugs in her bed. I can't think of. I thought it was The Exorcist the show. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. The Exorcist the show. It was on Fox. It's on Tubi, I think, now. If this is the same one. It was in 2016 and 2018. And it was only like 2 seasons. Yeah, but I guess it's on Tubi now. Not evil. That part. Yeah. Okay. They everywhere. So in either the first or second season of the show The Exorcist, I think that's what it was called. I'm sure it is because that's the girl. In one of the seasons, they took a crate of um, sticks and dropped them off in Chicago on a corner. It's The Exorcist. Okay, thank you, Auntie. So in the show, they took a crate of sticks and dropped them off in the middle of Chicago. I think I'm probably about to go back and watch that show because it's been 2 years since we watched it. It's on Tubi and it's on Hulu. It's on Disney Plus with a premium subscription, Fandango and Amazon Prime. Y'all up for watching it? The Exorcist. It was in 2016. Y'all watched it a couple of months ago too? Okay, well you don't gotta watch it, but if you haven't, can y'all go watch it? It was two seasons. They shut it off though because I think it tell too much real stuff. There are more options for you to watch. Okay, thank you, Auntie. So some of y'all did go watch it recently, and some of y'all watched it a while ago. But I think it's gonna be important for us to watch it again. Oh, pumpkin. Okay. Is there anything y'all good down there, Sarah? Miss Rose, y'all good? Auntie said thank you. I mean, Joy said thank you, Auntie. Are y'all open? Yeah. And it's some parts you might have to fast forward past, but just pay attention to the backgrounds. Pay attention to just pay attention. It's on a couple different ones. Okay. Okay. And it's called The Exorcist, and it's a show. Yes. Yeah. I've already watched The Exorcism of Emily Rose. I think we watched it here. Yes, it's The Exorcist. It was on Fox, y'all. It came out in 2016. Are y'all open to watching that this weekend? To those of you that haven't, Auntie, you already watched it, so you probably don't gotta go back. But I just want us to go back in and see if we see anything that's relevant to right now. You can't handle it. Okay. Listen. I'm only talking to the people that can. If you can't, okay. I just don't understand though how it's so many Christians and spiritual folks that can't handle spiritual things. That blows my mind. Because what you gonna do when you see it in person? For all these folks that's talking about they scared to watch demons, do you understand that mental illness and different manifestations that you're seeing with drugs and alcohol is literally spiritual warfare? Do y'all know that? Do y'all know why these kids have superhuman strength and all of these different things and they can tell you stuff that they shouldn't know? It's all spiritual warfare. So I just be wondering how folks that stay in church and stay doing whatever, like, how do y'all not, I'm fighting the battle of your, you ain't fighting not one damn battle. But how can you help somebody? It might not be for you, but if you see it, you know what it is, you might be able to help another person. Listen, to those of you that are interested in understanding how spiritual warfare works, thank God doctors don't think like that. Kenny, I'm grateful that doctors don't think like that, because you have to know so that you can at least, you got to know something about it, so at least you know where to send a person and get diagnosed. You might not be able to do it, but you got to have the information to send them to the right doctor. I'm grateful that doctors do not think like you, and I hate to say that. And we supposed to be doctors of the law, but we don't even know where to go send people if it's not in our scope, because we don't, okay, whatever. Moving on. To those of you that want to be well-rounded and to understand on a greater level about spiritual warfare, if you're not scary, can y'all go and look at this show? Because I need to be able to help all kinds of people around me. Because this is why doctors are able to unalive people, even though they find nothing, because they play with them like lab rats. And it is a spiritual sickness that is on that person. And everybody hallelujah and God is going to do it. And we trust the doctors and they could have fixed it. But amen. Because folks don't learn about spiritual warfare, so you don't know that demons make people sick. So if you got family fighting certain things and the doctors can't find the cause of it, maybe if you go on and get in your studies, you'll be able to help them. You see what I'm saying? But moving on, it's not important. People forget that palsy and all kind of stuff come from spirits, and not being able to speak and not being able to see and all of those things, because spirits attached to that bloodline prior to the baby being born. But you know what? You right. Spiritual warfare is not something that we should learn. We should familiarize ourselves with or nothing. And this is right. So then why do y'all, for all these folks talking about Jesus, 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 Jesus confronted the demons. He wasn't scared and he wasn't running. And neither was his disciples. People were healed from their sicknesses that they had had their whole life because the demons were cast out. But all these Christians don't want to know nothing about no spirits. It blows me. But moving on, I'm about to go. I love y'all. I'm going to go eat. Those of you that want to deepen your understanding and how demons are working today, right now in our life, it's a good show to go watch. Take notes. Do you hear me? But this is why doctors is playing lab rats with our family members, because some of these sicknesses is spiritual, but Christians don't want to know nothing about the spirit. Interesting. I'm fighting the devil. You're not fighting nobody, because you don't even know how to fight. You don't even